Hello everyone, I'm Qinghao Liu, and today I will present my analysis of the burger vs Reds, a 3D tower defense game developed by one of our class teams. The reason why I chose this game not just because of its humorous title and engaging concept, but also because it offers several interesting elements that align with and can benefit our project. In Burger vs Reds, the player takes on the role of the burger trying to fend off waves of the rats using sauces like mustard and ketchup. This unique combination of the first-person tower defense game offers a fresh take on the genre, blending fast-paced action with quirky humor. However, as long as the game initially appears, it has some insignificant design flaws and affect both gameplay experience and player retention. This analysis will follow the mechanics, dynamics, and aesthetics framework, which allow us to examine the game at multiple levels, from its underlying rules to how players experience the mechanics, and finally the emotional response evoked by the game. By diving into this structure analysis, I hope to uncover how this game could be improved and what insights we can apply to our own project. Now, let's get started. Firstly, about the mechanics. Mechanics are basically basic building blocks or rules of the game. They are what the players directly interact with, shaping how the game functions, and let's explore the core mechanics of the burger vs reds. Firstly, the players control the burger and they aim and spray sauces at the incoming reds to prevent them from reaching burger, which is the first-person perspective. And what is more, players can use two types of sauces, mustard and ketchup, sprayed from the first-person viewpoints. These sauces serve as the primary weapons against the rats, and if the rats touch the burger, it deals damage to the player. If the health reaches zero, the game ends. It will show you lose, and you can restart it again. And what is more, there is an in-game shop where players can switch between two sauces. However, the shop doesn't require any currency, and both sources perform the same, offering the no meaningful choice. The shop feels pointless because the sources are free and perform identically. Adding the currency system where players earn the coins by defeating the rest and buy upgrades could introduce meaningful decisions, increase the engagements. And both sources behave the same, with the only difference being their color. A more interesting mechanics would be to give each source unique abilities, like the mustard slowing the enemies down and ketchup dealing area damage. This would incentivize the players to switch between weapons based on the situation. Like the left one is the mustard, and the right one is ketchup. And what is more, the game has bugs. If the player crosses the edge of the map, they fall off and get stuck in mid-air. I can't exit the game unless I just turn it off. This box highlights the importance of thorough testing during the development because this problem is I can't really do something. What I can do is only close it and restart again. And what is more, let's talk about the dynamics. How the players come together during the gameplay and how the player experiences the game. Dynamics refer to how the mechanics are used in real time and how the gameplay unfolds through the player interaction. At its core, the gameplay loop involves spraying sauces to defeat waves of rats. However, This loop becomes repetitive since there are no new weapons or upgrades introduced, nor any escalating difficulty. Decision making, ideally, the shop should offer opportunities for strategic decisions like purchasing new weapons or upgrading abilities. Unfortunately, the lack of meaningful choices make the gameplay feel shallow, and there's little incentive to switch between the mustard and ketchup, since they are functionally identical. And what is more, although the game introduced some challenge through the health system, it lacks any progressive difficulty scaling or reward system to keep the players motivated. The absence of multiple levels or increasingly difficult waves limits players' engagement. A well-designed tower defense scheme usually introduces new challenges, such as stronger or faster enemies over time to maintain the tension and excitement. And now I think I'm going to give some suggestions for the dynamics improvements. Firstly, I recommend add a currency and upgrade system. Player could earn coins by defeating rats which they can use to buy more powerful weapons or upgrades, like spicy mustard that burns enemies over time. With each way and it's better to introduce multiple waves or levels in the game. With each wave, the rats could become faster and tougher, providing the sense of progression and requiring the players to adjust their strategies. And what is more, adding achievements to or rewards for the completing the certain tasks, like kill 100 rats or finishing a wave without taking damage would increase the player engagement. Finally, let's discuss the aesthetics in the game of the game Burger vs. Rats. Aesthetic refers to emotional experience the game delivers, including visual and audio design, art style, and the general atmosphere it creates. Firstly, about the visual style. The game employs the bright, playful colors and whimsical character designs, perfectly matching its humorous theme of burger battling rats. This aesthetic choice adds charm to the game and makes it visually appealing. And secondly, by the consistency of the theme. The quirky theme is well executed through the visuals, but the overall environment feels too bare. There is only one level, and the setting lacks variety, which makes the game world feel empty over time. Thirdly, about audio design. While the visuals are engaging, the audio design feels underdeveloped, adding distinct sound effects like the satisfying squirt sounds for the sources or squeaks from the rats could enhance the sensory experience. And then about impact on our project. One key takeaway from the burger we stressed is the importance of having the cohesive visual thing. In our team's prototype, we have struggled to achieve the consistent aesthetic. Moving forward, we can use the burger we stressed as the inspiration by ensuring our visuals align closely with our theme and gameplay mechanics. And about some suggestions for aesthetic improvements. Firstly, I suggest to enhance the environment, adding more visual elements such as different backgrounds or the changing scenery with each wave will make the game world feel more immersive. Okay, I fall again. Let's restart it. What- and what is more, I suggest to improve the sound design, including the sound effects that reflect the actions in the game, would make the gameplay more engaging and responsive. Last but not least, about the conclusion and takeaways. In conclusion, Burger vs. Rest offers an amusing and creative experience but suffers from the design limitations that impact its long-term playability. Its strong visual theme and humor are noteworthy, but the game's mechanical simplicity and lack of progression make it feel repetitive. The absence of the meaningful rewards or an upgrade system also reduces the player engagement. For our own project, we plan to take this take inspiration from this game's aesthetic design by ensuring that our visuals align with the game's theme and mechanics. At the same time, we aim to avoid some of the mechanics in Burger vs. Rats. Specifically, we will introduce a currency-based the shop system and design weapons with distinct functions to encourage the strategic gameplay. Additionally, we will incorporate multiple levels and scaling difficulty to keep the gameplay fresh and challenging. This analysis has provided valuable insights that will directly influence our prototype's development. And there's one more thing to mention that I don't understand why after I click start, it's Chinese subtitle. I think the English subtitle should be more proper. You know, after all, this game, like, the player is not only Chinese, right? So I recommend that the subtitle is better to be English, and the shop is same. The left one is mustard, the right one is ketchup, but English Chinese subtitle is a little inconvenient for most players. And that is all. Thanks for your listening to my presentation, and I look forward to applying these ideas in our upcoming project. Thank you, guys.